Write each sentence as an inequality. Graph each inequality. Part A. A number C is less than 5 and greater than or equal to -2. A number C is less than 5 can be written as C less than 5. A number C is greater than or equal to -2 can be written as C greater than or equal to -2. Because C is both greater than or equal to -2 and less than 5, an inequality that represents the sentence is -2 less than or equal to C less than 5. Next, graph the inequality on a number line. Because -2 is a solution, use a closed circle at -2. Because 5 is not a solution, use an open circle at 5. Then graph the intersection of C less than 5 and C greater than or equal to -2. Part B. A number t is less than -1 or greater than or equal to 4. A number t is less than -1 can be written as t less than -1. A number t is greater than or equal to 4 can be written as t greater than or equal to 4. Because t is both less than -1 and greater than or equal to 4, an inequality that represents the sentence is t less than -1 or t greater than or equal to 4. Next, graph the inequality on a number line. To graph the inequality, graph the union of t less than -1 and t greater than or equal to 4. First, graph t less than -1. Because -1 is not a solution, use an open circle at -1. Because t is less than -1, shade the line to the left of -1. Next, graph t greater than or equal to 4. Because 4 is a solution, use a closed circle at 4. Because t is greater than or equal to 4, shade the line to the right of 4. Solve each inequality. Graph each solution. Part A. -3 is less than x plus 1 is less than 5. First, write the inequality. -3 is less than x plus 1 is less than 5. Next, use the subtraction property of inequality. Subtract 1 from each expression. Because -3 minus 1 is -4, 1 minus 1 is 0, and 5 minus 1 is 4, -4 is less than x is less than 4. So the solution is -4 less than x less than 4. Next, graph the solution on a number line. Because -4 is not a solution, use an open circle at -4. Because 4 is not a solution, use an open circle at 4. Because x is both greater than -4 and less than 4, shade the line between -4 and 4. Part B. -7 is less than -3w minus 4 is less than or equal to 2. First, write the inequality. -7 is less than -3w minus 4 is less than or equal to 2. Next, use the addition property of inequality. Add 4 to each expression. Because -7 plus 4 is -3, -4 plus 4 is 0, and 2 plus 4 is 6, -3 is less than -3w is less than or equal to 6. Next, use the division property of inequality. Divide each expression by -3. Because you are dividing each expression by a negative number, reverse the direction of the inequality symbols. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is greater than negative 3w divided by negative 3 is greater than or equal to 6 divided by negative 3. Because negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1, and 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2, 1 is greater than w is greater than or equal to negative 2. So the solution is negative 2 less than or equal to w less than 1. Next, graph the solution on a number line. Because negative 2 is a solution, use a closed circle at negative 2. Because 1 is not a solution, use an open circle at 1. Because w is both greater than or equal to negative 2 and less than 1, shade the line between negative 2 and 1. Less than 1, shade the line between negative 2 and 1. Solve 2x plus 6 is less than negative 2, or 4x minus 5 is greater than 3. Graph the solution. First write the inequality 2x plus 6 is less than negative 2. Use the subtraction property of inequality. Subtract 6 from each side of the inequality. Because 6 minus 6 is 0 and negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8, 2x is less than negative 8. Next, use the division property of inequality. Divide each side of the inequality by 2. 2x divided by 2 is less than negative 8 divided by 2. Because 2 divided by 2 is 1 and negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4, x is less than negative 4. Next, write the inequality 4x minus 5 is greater than 3. Use the addition property of inequality. Add 5 to each side of the inequality. Because negative 5 plus 5 is 0 and 3 plus 5 is 8, 4x is greater than 8. Next, use the division property of inequality. Divide each side of the inequality by 4. 4x divided by 4 is greater than 8 divided by 4. Because 4 divided by 4 is 1 and 8 divided by 4 is 2, x is greater than 2. So the solution is x less than negative 4 or x greater than 2. Next, graph the solution on a number line. To graph the solution, graph x is less than negative 4 and graph x is greater than 2. First, graph x is less than negative 4. Because negative 4 is not a solution, use an open circle at negative 4. Because x is less than negative 4, shade the line to the left of negative 4. Next, graph x is greater than 2. Because 2 is not a solution, use an open circle at 2. Because x is greater than 2, shade the line to the right of 2. A recommended storage temperature for chocolate is from 15 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. Part A. Write and solve a compound inequality that represents the possible storage temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit for chocolate. Let C be the temperature in degrees Celsius and let F be the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. So the inequality 15 less than or equal to C less than or equal to 20 represents the possible storage temperatures in degrees Celsius. Use the formula C equals 5/9 times the quantity F minus 32 to rewrite the inequality in degrees Fahrenheit. So 15 is less than or equal to 5/9 times the quantity F minus 32, which is less than or equal to 20. Use the multiplication property of inequality. Multiply each expression by 9. 9 times 15 is less than or equal to 9 times 5/9 times the quantity F minus 32, which is less than or equal to 9 times 20. Because 9 times 15 is 135, 9 times 5/9 is 5, and 9 times 20 is 180, 135 is less than or equal to 5 times the quantity F minus 32, which is less than or equal to 180. Next, use the distributive property. Because 5 times F is 5F and 5 times negative 32 is negative 160, 135 is less than or equal to 5F minus 160, which is less than or equal to 180. Next, use the addition property of inequality. Add 160 to each expression. Because 135 plus 160 is 295, negative 160 plus 160 is 0, and 180 plus 160 is 340, 295 is less than or equal to 5F, which is less than or equal to 340. Next, use the division property of inequality. Divide each expression by 5. 295 divided by 5 is less than or equal to 5F divided by 5, which is less than or equal to 340 divided by 5. Because 295 divided by 5 is 59, 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 340 divided by 5 is 68, 59 is less than or equal to F, which is less than or equal to 68. So the solution is 59 less than or equal to F less than or equal to 68. So the recommended storage temperature for chocolate is 59 degrees Fahrenheit to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Part B. Describe one situation in which the surrounding temperature could be below the storage temperature range, and one in which it could be above. The surrounding temperature could be below this range outdoors on a cold day. The surrounding temperature could be above this range in a car parked in the sun on a hot day. Temperature could be